Hey, welcome back. Yeah, you're all alive. Well, technically. So, couple of things. Number one, you're gonna feel a warm sensation in your chest. I replaced your original heart with, well, a heart that's technically a mimic. So you're gonna start craving blood. You're not a vampire. Not a vampire. You can still go outside and everything. It's totally kind of fine. But you will need to drink blood. Now, I know you're thinking,
He brought us back to life. Why would he do that?
well, I realized I didn't let my toys, spend enough time to get durable. You need to take time for it to harden and get strong. So, you've got 2 years, drink blood. I'll see you in maybe a couple months to check your progress. Okay, bye. Also, I'm not real. This is an illusion. Sorry.
Who might you be? I am Detonaris Scalius Hosmont III, first of my name, hailing from the— Wait, stop. What you just said makes no sense at all. Well, of course, you did not let me finish my introduction. I was going to say that Say your name again. Detonar Scalius Hosmont III, first of my name. See, it's entirely illogical. How can you have the suffix the third and still claim to be the first of your name? It doesn't make any sense. Well, that's easy. I am Detonaris Scalius Hosmont III. My father was Detonaris Scalius Hosmont II, and his father, my grandfather, was Detonar Scalius Hosmont I, making me— Your grandfather would not have been called Detonation Escalator Hazmat the First. He would have simply just been called the name. Maybe he could have claimed being the first of his name, but look, can I please just pick up my to-go order and leave? Fine. Let's see. A half pot of stew, a to-go mug of mead, and a leg of venison. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
I will say that it says on the front Samson & Samson Imports, a reminder that we're not Samson & Samson Imports, we're now good as gold.
Clarity is important.
It seems confusing to you. So we used to be on the wagon?
No, I'm saying
going back and forth from Piran, a very big store, as you can see. Samson & Samson Import, we used to be Samson & Samson Imports. If you place an order through Samson & Samson Imports, which is now good as gold, we can get stuff for you, but not for free. You have to pay for it. Bailey Sampson, my brother Dustin Sampson. Samson & Samson Imports is what we used to be. We're now good as gold.
Bailey, Dustin?
Greatest among his soldiers are the Adeptus Astartes, bioengineered super warriors, the Space Marines. There is no peace amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter, and the laughter of thirsting gods.
What comprises an adventurer of high value in thy eyes? In mine own eyes, an adventurer of highest value nary patronizes gambling houses, speaketh. They nary cavort. Hear. They nary solicit. They nary peddle their swords for coin. That is behavior of lowest value. If thou peddles thy sword for coin, an enterprising merchant must inquire, how many other merchants hast thou serviced with blood and daring, such that it dulls thy blade? Speaketh. But beyond all trifles, an adventurer of highest value nary fraternizes with a villain. Nary! It is harlotous behavior. I once hath met an adventurer. Of what level? Of third. Low enough to be scum of the boot, but high enough to have an over-exaggerated sense of self-importance. She cared not for the rituals of arcane beguilement the villain was undertaking to spread everlasting darkness across the realm. What didst she care about? Frequenting the bazaar. Their dignity for a damask cloak of protection. An adventurer of lowest value would sooner spend 2 fortnights frequenting the bazaar than 2 dawns in dungeons delving. Nary a soul delves anymore. Nary a soul. I'm so excited to play this game, y'all. I made a human fighter with a soldier background. I made a gnome called Whip Nozzle. She's an artificer. She makes fart jokes. I made a tabaxi. Her name is Cheese Puff, and she kind of looks like my cat, whose name is also Cheese Puff, and she talks like this. Hello, my name is Cheese Puff. I made a drow warlock called Erstwhile, who's on a quest to destroy the vampire that slaughtered his family. Great! Okay, let's get started then. You begin in a tavern. Whip Nozzle cradles Azriel's head in her lap as tears trickle down her face. Can I use the Orb of Resurrection? No, I'm sorry, Azriel's a vampire, so that wouldn't work. Right, yeah. Whip Nozzle holds Azriel's body close to her chest, and she just lets the tears fall silently down her cheeks. And I'm not even gonna go for the obvious fart joke, because that's just fucking disrespectful. Cheese Puff, the Forsaker, places a paw on your shoulder, Whip Nozzle, and says, "It had to be done. Don't regret the pain of losing them, but relish the joy that you share together, if only briefly." Erstwhile, who is no longer unconscious, slips their blade of pure darkness between Whip Nozzle's ribs. Ugh! That's what you get for siding with my mortal enemy, Whip. You knew I would always choose my family. I thought I was your family. Ooh. Oof. Damn. I'm transgender now.
Tiffany, 19. I am your ideal woman. 6'8", 250 pounds of pure muscle. Only eat beef, will bear a child, sure to lead nations. Will be roughly the size of a Viking. Cannot read and do not want to learn. I own 19 dirt bikes. That's a bit excessive. And they all have flames on the side. That's not. Inventor of what is commonly known as aggravated assault. Looking for a very compact man to ride on my shoulders so I look cool. Mommy?
I'm going to be brutally honest with you here, Mike. Given your track record, your options are going to be extremely limited.
I pull out my bow and I shoot an arrow. Now I shoot 2 arrows. Wait, we're no longer fighting my favorite enemy? I mean, I still shoot an arrow, but you're telling me we're not even in my favorite terrain anymore. You know what? That makes sense. That adds up, yep. You can just skip my turn. I mean, this guy over here is casting Wish, altering reality, and I'm just sending wooden twigs through the air. How is that the same?
I ask what part of my mind he wants in exchange for hers. I offer any memory as someone who just got
You need that.
Hi. I am not chosen, you are not mine, but I love you. Kai, I have something that I think may be of interest to you.
Okay, what am I being distracted from this time?
Now is not the time for that. I have the rest of your mind in my hand. I asked a god for it. Make your mind up, please. This is how it should be. And that's okay. Now you get to do what you will. And I get to know it was
Got my character all rolled up, my backstory figured out, I'm ready to adventure. Don't forget about resource management. You're supposed to do 3, 5, 92 fights a day, track your gold and your encumbrance and your daily adventuring expenses, and don't forget about the... Hey. Ooh. Who's that? That's fine. You can play with whoever you want. Check this out. The rules focus focus on combat for a reason, okay? We have a proud wargaming tradition dating back to 1974 with the advent of the... Oh, wow, this is really interesting. You want to get out of here? You stop that, okay? I'm not done telling her about how there are 9 different kinds of morality. They. What? My pronouns are they, I think. And I do want to get out of here. Take me away from this place. I thought you'd never ask. Come. What's happening? You'll be happier here. Trust me. I was you. It's a whole new world. I am this close to committing a hate crime.
She knows. She knows. Hey.
Give me a pizza with extra cheese.
Extra cheese.
And hold the tomato sauce.
Hold the tomato sauce.
And hold the crust.
Hold the crust. Hey, Jimmy, give me a cheese with nothing. Nothing?
Hello, we're here to buy one of the houses. Do you have the gold on you? Here it is right here. Looks good to me. Here's the key. Wait! What's wrong with it? Oh, well, nothing, I hope. You're paying me a lot of money for it. Really? No cockroaches? No. Rat nests? No. Naked guys running down the street chased by law enforcement? Charles next door wears a barrel, but he also makes pies. You're not renting it to me? No. Leasing it? No. I will not be roped into a bidding war. Goodness, what bidding war? You're not entertaining other offers? Why would I? You're right here. I don't have to talk to a real estate agent. I don't know what that is. I don't need to talk to a bank. You don't need to see my credit history. Why would I? The gold is right there. Just take the key. So this is mine now? Yes. I'm going to go with yes. Okay, time out. Are you good, dude? Why does capitalism suck so hard?
If you want to terrify your game master, set up a harmless pattern of behavior with your character, then break it. Here's what one of my players did that shook the entire table. Your party makes your final preparations. You drop Storm Chaser's anchor, quite literally in Sayer's case. You gather your belongings. You strap on weapons. Yes?
Sayer uncharacteristically walks to the button.
Stop it!
Calculatively
Oh my God.
presses it and watches it drop. And it's cold. Just almost like an automaton. Just lets it go and then walks with determination, procedure towards the strike team.
Val, that is the most unnerving thing you've ever had to say.
I don't like it. I mean, there's been a lot of shit you said, but that one really shook me to the core.
Oh, don't worry, it's my bro. We can trust it. We gotta
the
bring
bro in
Sayer.
question.
Yeah. Yeah, he's super cool. He's so chill.
I'm sorry, I have a tummy ache while I'm doing all this. I'm being very brave about it.
Most D&D campaigns ignore this creature, believing that they've already thrown the worst possible at their players. But there's one enemy that stands out in sheer horror: the rot grubs. This foe will bring a level of shock and disgust to your players. It is sure to be memorable. Use the setting of a ravaged battlefield, filled with decaying bodies. And as your players are walking through it, one of them feels a sting in his leg. The terror sets in as they realize that this maggot is burrowing deep within their flesh. Now let me explain what these guys do. They devour your flesh from within and crawl upwards towards your heart, devouring everything along the way. Describe to your player the sensation as they feel something crawling up their leg, and just watch the shivers of disgust that they'll have. It's absolutely disgusting, and I love it.
How to traumatize your players in 5 easy steps. Step 1. Identify who your players care about the most. Now you cannot force this. If you try and make them care about someone, they won't. You have to wait for it to happen organically. Step 2. Identify what kind of thing will have the most significant impact. If they absolutely adore a character, is it going to be more potent if that character is unalived as a result of their actions, or if that character turns on them as a result of their actions? Step 3. Identify what your players' most likely course of action is. If they are the kind of players to choose violence, have the violent course of action lead to this result. If they are people who choose diplomacy, maybe that's where that sort of betrayal can come in. Now, it is essential that you avoid false dichotomies here. If you basically say save this person or save this person, you're not really giving them a choice, and what you need for them to really find something impactful is for them to become self-reflective. Give them a false dichotomy, you're the person who's going to get the ire. Step 4, allow it to unfold naturally, giving them as much information as you can without just straight up warning them that this will be the result. They need to be able to look back and realize that they could have chosen differently. Likewise, if they do manage to find a way around it, if they do change their ways, you have to let that happen or all this is meaningless. And step 5, let it breathe. I can be really guilty of wanting to move straight on after a seismic event like this. A whole session on Aftermath can be huge. You have to allow it to land with the players, you have to allow it to sit with them. And of course, I hope it goes without saying that we are talking about the fun kind of trauma. Your favorite character in a TV show dying, or a big betrayal by someone, not playing on the actual traumas of your real life players. If you do that, you're a real piece of
You've done everything to disrespect us, but spit in our faces.
Do you want me to spit in your face? Oh, I mean, that's that. The hell is that reaction?
Come on in, Gorgox. They interrupted my monologue. Again. That sounds frustrating. And then they cast Vicious Mockery. The bard said, too long, plus didn't read, plus L, plus no minions, plus cringe, plus undead. I don't even know what any of that means, but it feels mean-spirited. Did you make the whiz save? Silvery barbs. Oof. And then we fought. I cast Disintegrate. They counterspelled. I counterspelled their counterspell. They counterspelled my counterspell, counterspelling their counterspell. It didn't go off. And then there were like 4 turns of them just whamming on me because there are 5 of them and only 1 of me. The action economy is pretty rough right now. I wouldn't blame myself if I were you. There are systemic and institutional reasons why the path of villainy is difficult to walk. But it's not just a path for me. It's my passion. It's what I want to do in life. But I just can't win. It feels like there's some force outside my perception manipulating the rules of the universe to always make me the sucker. I just want a single win. Is that too much to ask? You know what, Gorgox? Let me write you a prescription for something. This should really help. Okay. Legendary actions? Really? You haven't used these before? No. But I hear from all my friends how great they are. You can cast Disintegrate, but not... You know what? Never mind. 3 per encounter, you're good to go. Thanks so much, Doc. I can't wait to waste these heroes. I'll see you next week. See you next week, Gorgox. Oh, and you can keep the door open for my next client. They're a big villain. Oh, speak of the devil, there you are. Come on in, scheduling issues.
Allow yourself to get so upset over a guy who doesn't even have the courage to hold your hand. You're a fool if you think I'd ever waste my time stealing someone like him away from you. Grow up.
I know the situation's strange. It takes a little getting used to. Love me, 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 love me more.
There's like a moment of silence, then I go, Lila,
You're breathing so fast. Okay, just gonna breathe slow. Yeah. Deep breath in, long.
Mommy.
Okay, and let go. What's that? What is it, sweetie?
I'm gonna make all the bad things go away.
Okay. Okay. And we'll talk about it in the morning.
Everybody go to sleep.
I think I revert to childhood immediately and go,
Now you're both panting.
Like, whisper to you, I'm like,
You're gonna get us both in trouble.
Three ways to make better battle maps in D&D. Add environmental objectives. The main goal might be to defeat a boss, but what if the boss is drawing power from 3 cursed altars at opposite sides of the map? Now some of the players have to pin down the boss while the others race to destroy the altars. Or maybe there's a fire spreading. Yes, the boss needs to be defeated, but the fire needs to be contained or the players aren't going to make it out of there alive. Reward players for exploring the area. I always scatter some loot around the battle map. The skeleton of a previous adventurer lies on the far side of a dragon's lair equipped with a potion of fire resistance that he didn't get a chance to use. Your players are now incentivized to move around rather than just focusing on fighting the dragon. Include cover. If your map is just a big open space, players and monsters have no motivation to position themselves strategically. Archers and spellcasters stay at the back, tanks run in, and that's it. But if there is cover on the map, stacks of barrels, tumbled walls, old wagons, even trees, players and monsters can start thinking more tactically.
So we were supposed to kill the goblins that took the townsfolk, but instead we ended up becoming illegal arms merchants who specialize in cursed weapons. And then we organized a prison break by forcing 67 commoners to dig a tunnel underneath the royal prison, and then turn them in one at a time for the bounties on their head. And that actually funded the construction of our first potion factory, which produced about 800 health potions a day. And then after our first dungeon master quit for moral reasons, we found another one on Craigslist who was totally down for our character's natural story arc. And so finally we negotiated an alliance with a mind flayer who had infiltrated the king's court, which we did by providing him with a cursed weapon, which we had a lot of because remember, cursed weapons dealers. That actually ended up driving the entire royal council insane and led to a very destructive power vacuum all throughout the kingdom, but we were ready for it. We had a lot of healing potions, which we could sell at extremely high prices. And so ultimately that's how we became supreme rulers of the material plane, and also discovered that a purely evil campaign is totally fine.
Snap them around the neck like a leash. Each one of them will take 13 points of radiant damage. Hold them like I'm walking a bunch of dogs through New York City. Nod my head, and the erasers are gonna come back around and smack him upside the head. 23.
You guys are coming back with a vengeance.
We've had all this rage pent up. 12 points of force straight into his face like I'm punching him in the nose.
Frecky, he's feeling different. He's gonna turn to you, Olaf. Please give me a charisma saving throw.
His body is going through some changes.
We're gonna leave the American Girl body book on the table.
Call it 10.
You see Olaf curl up and like hold his face to try to stop it. But then all of a sudden, like, he pulls his hands down. He has that, like, Joker look.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
They got Olaf!
Tyler, you are so good as this character.
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you all next week. The last video will not be about D&D, but I hope you all enjoy it. Later!
Everything alright, nurse? Did you see where they went? See where who went? Dude, 2 of the patients escaped their cells. Wait, what? I swear I saw one go through that door. Ah, yeah, I didn't see anyone. Where'd the other nurse go? Oh, he ran that way. Okay, give me your gun just in case. Yeah, of course. Here. Aren't you supposed to be in a cell? Crazies. Wait a minute! Dude, I have a gun. Oh, you found him? How the fuck did he get a spoon? Shoot him in the leg or something. I can't. Why? I gave my gun to the other nurse. Other nurse? What? I'm the only nurse on duty. What? out!